Hey, yeah, YouTube. Good afternoon to you all. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be back. Let's see how that goes. Like Maggie was saying, just jump straight back in it and just do it. So, let's see if that will help my creative mojo come back for a bit. Sorry, guys. I've just been completely meh and very, very, very busy. So, yeah. Anyways, Friday afternoon. It is the 17th of October. Jeez, the time is just flying. So Maggie asked me to maybe show you the process of how I do my mandala dot arting after I posted the gecko that I did for my one grandson. And of course the other grandson went, Marsh, please. So today I went to P&A and I got some more wooden blanks. So I got this beautiful dolphin. So I think I'll work on the dolphin. So this is a bit of like a craft haul slash demonstration thing. So it might take me a while to get all the filming done. Who knows? This might not even be finished on Friday. It is already afternoon. 5:30 already. After 5:30. I found a big cat. Yay! Because I got the little cats as well. And yeah, so the older grandson kept taking my cats and he really wanted to take them home with him when he goes back to England. And I kind of said to him, listen, you know, the cats are very special to me, but I have this gecko and you can choose the colors that you want. And of course he wanted all the colors, so I just chose 10 of the colors, and then I did the lizard for him, which is sitting here on my desk. Actually, there's the lizard. It turned out pretty well. It's already gotten a broken tail, so I've already had to fix the tail. But yeah, there we go. So there's the little lizard that I did. So I got a big cat, and I got another 2 small cats. They just work so well. I love the cats. They're very cute. I've done a set of cats. If you go back into my videos where I wasn't talking in my videos, I have posted my Double Trouble cats. And then I found a little Scotty as well. So there's some projects to keep me busy, and we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, so I've got some prep work to do. Also, my desk, I usually do this at my dining room table when I do paint, just because I've got a bit more space there, and yeah, my desk is a bit like chaotic at the moment. So I'm going to have to think about space while I am filming this. And also I'm thinking it's time to maybe glue on my other cake board, my 40 centimeter cake board. I think that will work better. Now that I'm actually here, I'm thinking I should have actually gotten 2 of these. So I might be popping off to China Mall to go get another cake board, just because it is a bit, it's not thick enough. So yeah, something to put in the think tank. And to move this around my desk, thinking. I have to think about that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to glue this cake board onto the back of this part of the Lazy Susan. Like that, I think, and probably paint the background a little bit. I think that could be quite nice. So some thinking to do just before I start doing a demonstration, but I thought let me just start with showing you what I got, and we can take it from there. So I've gone and painted all of that and stuff. I thought I'd do a bit of a reveal with you. There was that diamond dotting kitty that I did. So I have been trying to keep myself busy and occupied. But yeah, so that one's done. I'm quite happy with that turned out. I bought the Double Trouble cats to show you as well. They're very cute. They came out so nicely. So there's my Double Trouble cats. While I was busy painting the back of this board and gluing it on, I was thinking I might have to do this video over a couple of videos. Yeah, because you literally have to sit and watch paint dry. So I'm just taking off the prices at the moment, just in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, so you're literally sitting and watching paint dry, so I don't want to have to put you through that. But yeah, so I think we'll call this part 1 and see how far we get, and then take it from there. I mean, that's all we can do. I'm just trying to get the prices off here. First of all, definitely think I'm going to go and get myself another cake board. This just feels way too flimsy for my liking. I don't really know if you really want to see me take the price off. This is something I could have done off screen. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, in fact, let me pause this and let me get this off and get that prepped and ready. So it would seem I was actually talking to myself, and I was talking about all sorts of things here, and I didn't press record. My bad. Sorry guys. So I've used my black chalk paint, and I'm just prepping my surface and doing that. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so once I'm done here, I think I'm just going to check what did record and what didn't record, so I don't repeat myself. But basically all I've done is I've painted the front, and now I'm just painting the edges, filling in the edges. I don't know if you can see. It's difficult to paint up in the air like this, but yeah. Touch more. Oh, too much. It's okay. And then what I'm doing is smoothing out the top, because it makes a bit of a ridge with the paint when you paint the sides. Drying very quickly, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to leave that to dry and just quickly check what's recorded and what hasn't recorded. Okay, so quite a bit happened in between that, even though you wouldn't have known that. It was dinner time as well, so yeah, I did miss out quite a lot of what I was saying, so I can't even remember what half of it was. So I paused the video to take off the price, and I thought I had pressed record again, and I didn't. Oops. And then I just filmed that very short piece that you've just seen now. So this is like already part 4 of this. Sorry guys, it's also getting to bedtime for the little ones now, so there might be some shrieking and stuff. Okay, so I went ahead and I painted both sides and the edges. So I'm just going to place that down there like that. I think a bit of prep work. There's a nice line happening here which I quite like. I kind of like separate that out. That looks great. So yeah, now I'm going to just do a bit of prep work. I do want a nice big round mandala in the middle. I do need a ruler. Let me just grab some rulers here. I'm going to grab that one, and I'll probably need my 50. I'll put my 50 now. I'll use the 50 just because it's nice and long. Right, so now I want to just decide where I want my middle mandala to be. I kind of think I do want it between, I think I want the middle to be here somewhere, I think. Let's see. I think I'm actually quite happy with that. That's nice. I'll just do that there. I like that to be my middle spot, I think. Yeah, quite happy with that. So now I just want to draw a straight line this way. Let's use the longer ruler this way. So one of the things that I was saying that cut out, well, I didn't actually really record, was just all the messages and love and praise and thoughts from everybody. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yep, hubby's home, which I'm very pleased about. He has still been a bit weak and sleepy, but I suppose the true healing starts when you get home, you know, so I've just let him rest and take it easy because he needs his strength for next week. Next week's going to be super busy. Yeah, and it was just so nice. He cooked us a lovely dinner. We had a braai. We had lovely beef ribs and vegetables. It was lovely. I'm going to have to eyeball this more than you lie. Okay. Yeah, and some oven potato chips. It was really lovely. Like I said, it's bedtime, so we have sneakies coming out here. His eye, I think I want to put it somewhere there-ish. That will be good. And also, I think I wanted to do a bit of this. So dinner was really lovely, and so nice that hubby had the energy to actually cook a meal, which was great. So I said to him, I'm going to come and finish recording this, and he can watch his pew things, because he likes his action type movies and stuff. Alright, so I've got my basic plotting going on here. Now what I want to do is just mark off, I think this side is the side longer, that one's 11 centimeters. That's not bad, it's very close to the middle. Quite impressed with myself there. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I mark off at each centimeter, like this. Yeah, so, sorry, I'm speaking in half sentences here. I just wanted to just say thank you so much for all the messages and emails and love and support and comments and everything over the past few days. This community is really super amazing. I just wanted to thank Maggie for inspiring me to carrying on, you know. Thanks, Maggie, it means so much to me. And then just a special thanks to Tammy and Susan and Maggie and Debs. You guys, very special to me. Thank you so much for your comments and prayers and loves. It really means so much to me. Okay, so now I grab my compass and I am going to plot this. Oh, my compass moved. It's a lot easier on canvas, that's for sure. Let me push that in there quite sharply. See if I can get this circle going. I don't know, I think my compass definitely did slip on that. It's okay. Again, no mistakes. Everything is fixable or learnable. There we go. First circle done. Next circle. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with this, but you see what I mean? The compass keeps jumping out of there. I'm not sure where I'm going with this yet, but like I've said before, the patterns kind of come to me as I go. As long as you got your guidelines down, that's all that matters. And that's another thing that I say to the ladies. These are guidelines. They're there to guide you. They're not perfect lines that I have to be perfect. It's there to guide you. Because we do a lot of eyeballing in this beautiful art. Because we're not machines. And sometimes we don't make our lines converge nicely in the middle. So we end up eyeballing. That's all good. Oh, that's nice. Another one. so that just fits it in there. I'd rather have too many guidelines than not have them later. So even if I don't really use them, at least they're there. I always try and keep my compass in the middle at all times, unless it pops out like it did just now. Okay, and I think I'm on my last one here. Oh, that's lovely. I think I'm happy with those. There we go. So that is my general plotting that I will do for this, and the general prep that I have for this. I do kind of have an idea. Obviously I googled some photos and stuff, so I've got some ideas in my head. I was just jousting myself. I was like, am I actually recording? I am. Whew. Okay, right, so I'm quite happy with that shape. That's very cute. I don't know how I'm going to put it in there, but we'll see. Bring that down nicely. Little eye. I think I'm happy with it over there. Just want to give it a little bit more of a mouth. Maybe just drawing this up nicely. See how that goes. Right, let's see. Alright, so the colors I'm using Blue Thunder, Flattery, Blue Moon, Aquarium, how appropriate, Caribbean, also appropriate, Maytime, Green Dream, and Revealing Blue. So now that I've got everything out there, I'm feeling very cramped for space in here. I must be honest. I'm so not used to doing paintings here on the table. I'm going to be using my own tools. They're still a work in progress, so I don't want to show you just yet how my tools are going because they're quite funky. Like I said, I'm keeping it in the family, and my cousin is busy helping me design my own tools, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, I don't even know what to really say, guys. I think that will be a good size. So I generally, it's quite big actually, it's a 12. I generally check first, so I like a dry dot before I go ahead. I always have my paints in color order, so color number 1 to color number 8 in this case. I've got 8 colors here. I number my paint wells as well, and yeah, I suppose what else can I tell you really? It's time to get going and just go for it. So I've got number 12 tool in my hand at the moment. The bigger the tool, the more paint you need. So here we go. I'm going with my number 12 and my color number 1. So this is also a new trick that you have to train your brain to do, because as soon as you pick up this, you want to hold it like a pen, and you train your brain to actually keep it straight all the time. I'm going in just to add to this just a little bit, because you kind of want that nice rounded look to your dots. Move those out of the way. I just clean the tools off with wet wipes we go through a lot of wet wipes in my classes. So there we go. Center dot done. Your center dot is your most important dot because everything kind of lies around that dot, and if you don't have it centered nicely, it can look a bit squiff. So but you do the best you can with what you have, I guess. I want a very small dot going around. I'm going to start with my number 2 and my color number 2. I love it when that happens. Give the paints a good shake because sometimes they separate, especially when they've been standing for a while. Okay, small tool. Oh, I'm not coping with the space. Okay, I'm starting at 1 point and just moving around slowly so I can get my spacing nice. My space issues here. Heavy concentration. And also, I love mandala dot art because it's very forgiving, you know. When you're working up so close to a project, you kind of see what I would say your mishaps are, because again, there's no mistakes. You're either going to learn from it or fix it or both. And, you know, when you step away from it, it's just amazing. You can't see those mishaps anymore. So it's one of the reasons why I absolutely love this art, because it's just so forgiving. So my spacing is a little bit off. I can see that. That's because I'm eyeballing a lot. Like that dot there that I've left open, that space there that I'm leaving open, I can see it's a bit too close. You see, like there now, I've touched. And we don't really like our dots touching each other. So all I'm going to do is wipe that away. Oh, I touched the other one. Just clean it up a bit. I might even just take off that one as well. I hope I don't touch anymore. Okay. Not such a great example today, guys. I need a small paintbrush as well. Let me just see if I've got one here. The dot art paintbrushes are in the lounge, in the dining room. So we'll just have to try and make this one work. I'll just go in with, oh, this brush is very fanned out. Just go in with a tad bit of black paint and just touch that up. You see? No mistakes. I'm fixing. Alright, that's fixed up. Let's give that a bit of a clean. This paintbrush has seen better days. I mean, it's even coming off. Oh my goodness. Just put that one side somewhere out the way. Let's carry on here. That's better. Just going to wait for that center to dry a little bit. We have to touch up now. Okay, now to squeeze an extra dot in there without them touching, I'm going to go for a smaller tool size. So I was on my number 2 and now I'm going to my number 1. And I'm just going to come down gently there. What I will do is pick up a bit more paint just to make it slightly bit bigger. Oh, it's not too bad. It is touching the other one, but it is not the end of the world. Well, I don't think so. Again, when I'm looking at it from afar, I'm not going to see that. You know, not somebody's not going to come straight up to your painting and go, "Ooh, look, you're off there," you know. So I'm fine with that. I just need to get these two back in here, these three. Give them a bit of a chance to dry. Can always come back to that. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going up, color number 3. I think I'm going to stick to tool number 2. Right, tool number 2, color number 3. And I'm dotting just above there. Concentration. See, my spacing's a little bit off, but it's not going to, I'm not going to cry a river over that. Again, I'm working up so close that I'm going to see those spacing issues. Oh, can you hear? It's Friday night. These people racing up and down the main road, it's horrific. Okay. Right, let me go back to this side where I got my spacing a bit off. That's better. Let's go again. It is a bit tight in there. There we go. Right. Let's finish that off. I usually have an apron on. Now I'm wiping my tools off on my clothes instead of my apron. Oops. Lovely. First kind of rows done. Okay, now I'm heading into more of my turquoises. So I've only got 3 blues out, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different turquoise colors. Now I'm going to go into these tools and make some swishes. Let's see. Again, just plotting in my head what I'm going to do. So now a lot of eyeballing is going to come into play here. Color number 4. So these are nail art tools that you can just buy pretty much anywhere, I guess. Pick up my color number 4, and I want to do some swishes. Let me start about there, and I'm just going to drag this down. Oh, I'm not too happy with that, so I'm going to take it off again. Again, just wiping away from what I've already done. That should be fine. I don't think I need to black paint that because I'm going to paint over that. Let's go again. I think I'm going to start up higher. So you see what I'm saying about the eyeballing. There's my line, but now I'm eyeballing to go in the middle of that. I need to pick up a bit more paint on that one, and I'm aiming for that space. That's better, much better. Let's go again. Nice and slow with the switches. The slower you pull them, the better they are. This one I went down too far, but it's fine. It's not a problem. Pick up some more paints. Move the paint well out of its place there because it's in my way now. That will do. Another one. Nice and slow. Coming back this way. And nice and slow. Oh, it's looking great, I think. Let's do this one again. Nice and slow and steady. Yes, much better. I'm going to give this clean off because there's a lot of paint building up on that. I really should have brought my apron out. Okay, and the last one. Very cute. I like it. I think I'm happy. What am I going to do next? I usually like to make little fanny things next to them. So, am I going to do that? Let's go for it. Let's see how that works out. Giving it a good shake. I feel this one feels a bit more runny than the others. It happens. Especially if the paints have been standing for a while. Yeah, it needs a good stir. So I can see that the paint separated a bit, so I'm just giving it a good stir. Clean it off. I'm going to the small side of this tool now. And I'm just coming in here. Swishing down. Ah, beautiful. Other side, and it will swish down. Very nice. A lot of the ladies that I watch, they actually use a very fine paintbrush to make their swishes. But I'm not there yet. But I will. One day. I'll get there. But I quite like doing my swishes this way. There we go. Could come a bit closer, but that's fine. Another one. Sorry, heavy concentration with the swishes. Last one. Right, a common question that I get asked a lot is, how long does it take you to do a painting? Well, that's like asking how long a piece of string is. My answer to that is as long as you cut it, really. So depending on how intricate the design is, it can take me anything from, let's say, 2 hours to 5 hours to 8 hours, you know. It just depends on how involved I'm getting with it. The classes I give on a Saturday, I try and get the ladies here by 9:45 in the morning, because they also like to jibber jabber and have coffee and whatever. So I like to try and start by 10 most of the times. Starting by 10 would be good. And then, you know, we jibber jabber and we chat and we do our thing and we prep our canvas and we wait for it to dry, and then we put a little spider web thing on it, and yeah, we break for lunch. We have a few breaks in between, and usually we finish at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, but that's when I'm teaching. When I'm by myself, obviously I can do this a bit quicker. So yeah, it can take some time. Oh, I'm using the small side of my orange tool. I shall show you these tools in a second. Well, not in a second, but in a mo, once I'm finished doing these little swishes here. I love the little tiny fans. They are so cute. Almost done here. About halfway now. Last one. There we go. That looks pretty decent, I think. Right, so I was going to show you the ball tools. So I've got two different sets of ball tools. You might have seen these in other crafts. Right, so I get my small ones. These are actually nail art tools, and then we just get them like this and like this. So the one side of the tool, these are actually all the same sizes. I know it's a bit hard to see that, but yeah, those are all the same sizes. And then this side of the tool, they are different sizes. That one actually goes there, and they're kind of in order. So that is my very biggest tool, and that is my very smallest tool, and these are all the same size on this side. So generally I'll use my big purple one and the small side of my purple one, or I'll use the big side of my orange one and the small side of my orange one. Those are my two kind of favorite go-tos. Then you get the bigger ball tools. Some people know these as embossing tools. Again, two different sides. You can see which one I favor the most because it's well used, and these are also nice to make nice bigger swishes, but generally I stick to the smaller ones. Yeah, so there's just a little bit more about tools that I use, where they come from, that sort of thing. Alright, usually what I do is I would come in and close this with a little dot, but because it's so tight in there, I don't think I need to. So sorry, I got a hiccups now. So I think what I want to do, Going to move on to color number 7. Give it a good shake because it also feels like it's going to be watery and separated a bit. But it's very watery. Okay, that one needs a good clean out. That lid's a bit mucky. Also like to use my small tools to give my paint a stir if it's separated. Because it happens, you know, the paints sit, they get separated. Even if you give them a good shake, sometimes they still come out a bit like that. So just giving that a good mix up. I don't even know if I'm on camera here, but I try to make sure that I was when I set up my camera, but who knows. Okay, I'm looking for my tools again. I think I am going to go in that spot probably with a number 3 or number 4. So let me just head off that way. See if a number 4 will fit in there. Might not. I'm going to guess again for number 3. Sometimes I can eyeball these things without dry dotting first. And again, because those lines aren't 100% and converging properly in the middle, I can see when I have gap problems. Like here is very tight. Here is very tight. And my number 3 will definitely fit in there. So going for a number 3. Ah, that looks great. Oh, lovely. And the last one, let's squeeze it in there. Perfect. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I am very happy with that. Those are very cute. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Okay, thinking ahead. I think I'm going to go up a size number 4. And my color number 8. And let's do this. Give it a good shake. Oh, it's so hot that some of them are just like pouring out without me even having to touch the bottle. There we go. Okay, number 4. Let's go. Very nice. Oh my gosh, I've just realized I've still got to edit this video. Maybe it will be a Saturday video. It's getting a bit late now. I was just thinking there, I didn't really eyeball. I should have eyeballed and not gone for the actual lines again, because remember they're guidelines, they're there to guide us, but that's fine. And I'm going to go in between those with an eyeball, eyeballing for the middle. You see big gap here, very very big gap here. That's okay. I might even be able, I don't really like doing this, but I'm going to put 2 dots in there. Making myself nervous here. Some of the spaces are just really big. I think I can maybe squeeze 2 in here. I don't usually do this, guys. I usually would stick to, if I've done 2 in the middle, stick to 2 in the middle or if I've done one in the middle, stick to one in the middle. But I'm just checking out the spacing here, and because I didn't have my stencil that I usually use to make these pie slices, obviously that's a square and that doesn't fit on a dolphin shape, so I couldn't plot out my pie slices exactly. So this is now why my lines aren't exactly where I want them and as I want them, but we're going to make it work. We're just going to make it work. Oh, I moved my tool. Let me pick up again. Let's try that again. I really should have my apron on. I keep saying this. Okay, that's looking alright, I think. I'm enjoying the process anyways. Alright, I think I'm going to go upper size or keep with my number 4. Let's keep with the number 4 for now. Color number 1. And again, I'm going to dot in between this row like this. I keep building on my pattern. The space is quite big, but it's okay. You make it work. That's where I put the 1 dot in the middle and not 2. I might even take that off and try and squeeze in the 2 dots rather. I think I want to do that. Grab a clean wet wipe. Oh, come on now. I just want 1 wet wipe, I don't want 6. Okay, so I'm going to take off these 2, 3. I will have to paint over that. Oh, where's that wonky paintbrush? I need to go and find another paintbrush as well. I'm going to just paint that out. Fixable. And in the meantime, while that's busy drying, we go back to doing what we were doing, which is color number 1, tool number 4, and we're dotting around this outside while we wait for that to dry. Now the temperature is very hot, so I can see that my paints are wanting to dry quite quickly in the paint well. Yesterday when I was painting the lizard gecko thing, reptile thing, once I had gone back to color number 1, I had to refresh my whole paint well because the weather is just, it's hot guys. Africa spring has turned very quickly into Africa summer. I mean, halfway through October and we're hitting 30 degrees Celsius. That's hot. The weather's been really strange though. Like 2 weeks ago we had like an odd cold front. It's really strange for October. Okay, right, we were color number 8, tool number 4, and let's squeeze these 2 in here now. Eyeballing. Sometimes we do that in our crafting as well. Hey, we eyeball. We love eyeballing. Okay. Top row. Happy. Yes, happy. Right. Now, so initially my first, around the center, I'd like to use at least all of my colors in its order. So you'll see color number 1, color number 2, color number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've gone back to color number 1. So now is where I start like playing around a little bit with the colors and seeing what I want to do. So I think I'm going up a tool size. We'll use number 5. And I think I want to go for a lighter color now. So I might even jump either to color 3 or 4. I don't know yet. Let's go to 3. Yeah. Let's do number 3 first. Give it some more. Because the bigger the tool, the more paint you need. And again, I'm going to go in between each dot. Yes. I think I've mentioned this before. It's also one of these very repetitive, meditative type of arts. You know, like the quilling, like diamond dotting, like mandala dot arts with paint, as I'm doing now. I know some people draw their own mandalas. Oh, it's definitely a skill I'd like to get. Can you imagine if I could draw my own patterns first instead of just dotting? That could be quite fun. That last one didn't form so nicely, so I'm just going to go over it just a little. There we go. Keep going. So as I'm busy dotting, I'm actually trying to think ahead, you know, kind of like chess, where you're thinking your next moves ahead of yourself. So I am thinking about what I'm going to do next already. So by the time I'm finished doing what I'm doing, I kind of have an idea of where I'm going next. Listen, I'm getting quite impressed with this. It's looking great. And the last one. Right, cleaning that off. Now, color patterns is where I'm going next with my brain somehow. I think I want to definitely go color number 4. And I'm going back to, should I do tools or should I do ball tools? I am going to, I'm going to go tool number 1. And I'm going color number 4. Oh, my paint's already starting to go funny. Oh, tricky one. I'm going to go right in the middle of these ones. See what I mean? I definitely think I need another cake board. That will have to happen in my weekend endeavors. No, tomorrow. Sorry, and the boys want to finish up their... Oh, shame, they're making us all little t-shirts. I think it's so cute. So they got some fabric paint and they're painting us t-shirts, which is very cute. So I'm just going to help set the paint tomorrow. But definitely maybe while the little one's having his nap, I might just run off to China Mall and go and get myself another cake board. This definitely needs to be a bit stronger. My paints are already drying that quickly. I can see they've got like a skin on them already. Okay. Keep going, we're almost there. See, the space in there is tiny. I'm just going to come down as close as I can without them touching. Oh, yeah, there we go, that will work. Right. Now, I think I'm going to use the small side of my orange tool. And I'm going to go to color number 2. Let me just put that away in place. I'm going to use the small side. Just put that up there so I don't get lost. Yeah. Paints are drying very quickly. And also if I put on my fan, which maybe I should do because it's a bit hot in here, it's also going to blow the paint dry, so not much of a win-win situation here. Alright, color number 2, small side of my orange tool, and I am dotting in between this row. Over myself, so like I said, space is a bit of a premium here. I think once I'm finished with this lot, I shall call this video number 1, and more than likely I will carry on doing this because once it gets started it is so hard just to leave it there. So I'll probably start filming video number 2 straight away and see how far I get. And then just try and edit these and put them up over the next few days for you to see how the happy little dolphin's coming along. And that gap's very small, so come down very lightly. There we go. Right. Now I'm going to color number 4. I'm going to use the same tool. Yep, these paints. See how chunky it is? You don't want that. You definitely do not want your paint looking like cottage cheese. It needs to be like low fat yogurt. It's another little joke I have with my students, especially new ones. I say to them, their paint needs to be like low fat yogurt, not like Woolies full cream yogurt. Double thick cream yogurt. I believe the equivalent of Woolies in the UK is Marks and Spencer. I don't know what it is in America, sorry guys. But yeah, so not like fancy Marks and Spencer double cream yogurts, and definitely not like cottage cheese, chunky cottage cheese. Spacing is getting very tight in here. I think that is looking pretty good. Last one. Yeah, our happy little dolphins looking great. I think I definitely want to do some more swishes coming in a bit, and then I'm not too sure, we'll take it from there again and decide from there what else should be done on our happy little dolphin. So you guys, I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad I'm doing something. I hope you enjoyed this time with me. Thank you for being here with me. You know, I love you guys all so very much, and I'm truly grateful for this awesome community that we have. And again, for all the love and support over the past few days, and just your understanding and being patient with me as I work through whatever I need to work through. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic, lovely, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care. God bless. See you again. Bye for now.